Fully Booked. Recommended titles from West Sussex Libraries.
Hello, my name's Louisa. I'm one of the Families and Wellbeing Librarians for Crawley and Mid Sussex area libraries. I wanted to talk to you today about one of my absolute favourite books, which is particularly relevant for Empathy Day, Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Wonder is the story of a boy named August, or Augie, who lives in New York City with his parents, his older sister Via, and his dog Daisy. Augie's pretty average in terms of his interests. He likes hanging out with his friends, playing video games. He's obsessed with Star Wars, but he was also born with a very rare genetic condition which causes severe facial abnormalities. Because he's had to have a huge number of procedures and operations throughout his childhood, he's been home educated by his mum, but his parents decide it's time for him to go to school. August is understandably very nervous about starting middle school because he looks so different to everyone else, so the story follows him through this experience. As you can imagine, some of the children and one or two of the parents are not particularly kind at times, but there are also some wonderful characters. We see how August copes and how he grows and how his warmth and intelligence changes the lives of the other children at his new school. One of the things I like about the story is that although Augie is the central character, the book isn't written entirely from his perspective. So we get to hear the voices of his older sister, of her boyfriend, and of some of the other children at his school. We get to see a little bit about their own struggles and their own situations and how those influence their interactions with Augie, which means the other characters aren't one-dimensional. Ultimately, this is really an uplifting book about kindness and friendship and seeing people for more than just their appearance. It's one of those rare books that, although it's written for children, seems to be enjoyed by adults and children alike. It's also equally appealing to both boys and girls. It's written in really simple language but still manages to be brutally sad in places. I've read it several times. I've never made it through without crying. It's hilariously funny in others, and it definitely stays with you after you finish reading it. I'd also recommend the sequel, which is called Augie and Me, and is written from the viewpoint of several characters who are on the periphery of the original story that we don't get to hear from in Wonder, and allows a degree of redemption for one character in particular who is not particularly kind in this story, and we realise that his views and his behaviour are learned and come from a place of fear and of misunderstanding. I want to leave you with a quote from Augie's English teacher at his school, Mr. Brown, who likes to give them advice to live by. And this quote is, "When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind." So that's Wonder. I hope you seek this out and enjoy this story as much as I did. Thank you.
Fully Booked. Recommended titles from West Sussex Libraries.